Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Noble Playing Guy, and I deliver some brilliant news. Well, have you seen this? Super Saiyan 3 VLR from 6 years ago, 2018. Christ, coming up to a full 6 years. Finally gets his EZA. You could kind of expected it. I knew it was going to happen. First, I thought it'd be 2023, but then start of the new year when we had the Super Saiyan 3 in Harudagon, it was obvious he was going to get his EZA. So, welcome to Global. We appreciate you. Being 6 years old, this was it. This is all that he had. He had chance to stun. He did mega attack on his 18 key. I mean, let's see what he does now because he really could be absolutely broken, and we're talking like powerhouse broken. So Super Tech goes to 4 key, 120%. That's brilliant. Goes alongside the typing EZAs like TM. Perfect. Extreme Tech, 90%, 3 key. So again, works either way. So you get 59% attack, 200% defense at the start of your turn. What do we have for our stats? Coming in at 55%, 19,000 attack. Okay, he's probably going to get more somewhere along the ways. He has 11,000 defense, which is really good, actually. Let's have a look. What's his health? Pretty okay. I mean, I feel like it's a little on the low side because he's an older unit, maybe. Okay, so 59% attack, 200% defense, 120% on super attack. That's not bad. For which a 12 key greatly stacks attack. That's a 50% stack. And raises defense for the turn. 50% chance to stun. Wow, that's actually good. Your 18 key massively stacks attack. Whoa. Raises defense, that's a 30% raise. Lowers enemy defense. Okay, so like 12 key is probably the way to go because you're still getting defense, but this one has your stun chance. For which, if you can't stun, you go for the 18 key. Like, if you did an additional super, because you've massively lowered the defense, it means you hit harder. It means that the follow-up super attack, or just attacks, will have more weight behind it. That's actually massively stacks attack. Is going to be a lot. We reduce damage by 50% within the turn before you perform an 18 key. Only 18 key. So that's probably like this where you lose defense, but rather than making him lose defense, as far as I'm aware, they've now changed it. So he has damage reduction, but then he loses it. So that's something. So if you had this and only kept your 12 key, you still get defense, but you'd also have 50% damage reduction. And that's within the so basically, yeah, that it works out. He has 50% damage reduction until he does his 18 key. Then it's gone. For which you lose your damage reduction, but you still have 30%. And the damage reduction is just nice. It means you could survive a few hits, right? So additionals could be the way to go. We disable the attacked enemy actions once within the turn, once only, and an additional 200% attack on your 18 key. Wow. So bear in mind, we have this at the start. We have this on a super attack. You have this on an 18 key, for which massively raises it. Oh, actually, he's going to hit hard. I'm curious. Disable the attacked action once within the turn. So what I imagine is the first attack. Oh no, the first. Well, if you do an 18 key, the next attack is gone for the enemy. So if you keep doing the 18 key, you will take off an attack. So you lose your chance to stun, you lose your damage reduction, but on the flip side, you knock off the next enemy action, which could be a killer. So that's something. 2 key up to 6, further attack 20% up to 60 with each super attack performed. Nasty. Performs a crit once only, and then you get 7 key 59% attack within the same turn when you're under 60% HP and face a 1 enemy from the 6th turn. Wow. So you are a one-hitter quitter. You get a guaranteed crit under 60% HP, but you got to be with big attack, but you got to be under 60% HP. 1 enemy, 6th turn. Outside of those little restrictions, he's a powerhouse. There's just no doubt. They've given him a chunk of defense. They've given him damage reduction as well as additional on super attack. Which is pretty good because you still stack attack. In fact, it's a greatly stack attack, so it's not as if you're being shortchanged, right? You still get quite a huge buff. You maintain your 50%. If you did additionals, you get the further defensive and offensive stack. So you get another one of this, right? You have two 50% chances of stunning where applicable. But you could flip the other way. You could massively stack because you still get defense, for which if you massively stack whilst having 200% extra on super attack, the next hit the enemy could launch a super attack, and then that could have been death dodged. So it works either way because you could really go hard, or you can just play a little bit more tactically, rely on the damage reduction. 50% damage reduction, by the way, is no joke. Factoring in the LR stats, and if you think you had an item like Whis for 40% for 2 turns, or Icarus 35% for I think 2 turns, or it might even be for the turn. Like that would essentially make you nigh on immortal, because then you would have somewhere between 85 and 90% damage reduction. Hell, if you had a King Yama that's 50% damage reduction for 1 turn, you'd essentially have 99% damage reduction. I think it caps at that. So again, strategically with items that might help remove enemy super attacks, or hell, a scouter. You pop a scouter so you'll be able to see where the enemy attack is. You could tactically deploy him and use the damage reduction. This is nice. If it was, say, like attack and defense 20%, up to 60 with each super attack performed, he'd be a true freak of a nature. Like, his offensive ability, even at 55% with that, I mean, what was his attack? 19,000 attack. Most LRs do that at 100% these days. So being able to have that much attack at 55% with all the additional bonuses and all the stacking, you're in for a real treat. But again, offensively, not going to be a problem. 55%, assuming you've got very high links, you're probably hitting 10 million. I kid you not. And even if you weren't, it would not be long to get there. A couple of 18 key stacks, and the fact that you get this, you're probably going to be hitting 10 million very, very quickly. And that train's not going to stop. And you're going to go up and up and up until you just one-shot the enemy. Like, either you beat the mission, or you're just too strong. It's like Int LR Black, right? He is so powerful, he does a casual 20 million. Like, easy 17 million, casual does like a 20 million, and he just one hit a crit. And if it's a crit, it's bye-bye. There's really not much that can survive this. And it's going to be the same. Like, you're just going to get stronger with every rotation. And a crit will it's GG for the enemy. Right. And I like how, I say the biggest buff, the biggest thing is you're not losing defense on super attack. You keep it, you gain damage reduction, but lose that, which makes it, that's perhaps the best trade-off, period. If you think Super Saiyan 3 Broly, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly, he has a similar mechanic, right? If they'd have given him damage reduction instead of sacrificing defense per orb, and then he loses it instead, that would have made more sense. But okay. So he's an absolute beast. We are looking at Super Saiyan experienced fighters, Kamehameha, limit breaking form, over in a flash, shattering the limit, and legendary power. So he works on Saiyans and Super Saiyans and kind of stuff like that. But over in the flash and limit breaking form is Super Saiyan 3 specifically, really, especially limit breaking form. Every single thing on here is attack. We got 15, that's 30, that's 40, that's 50, that's 57, that's 62, and then that's 77. So you got 77% attack. Every attack, along with whatever benefit you're getting from this. it's wow, it's hard to comprehend just how powerful this guy's going to be. Right, well, Pure Saiyans, Goku family, Super Saiyan 3, of course, Power Beyond, Final Trump, that's nice, Mastered Evolution, Full Power, Kamehameha, Bond of Parent, Bond of Friendship, Movie Heroes, Turtle School, Accelerated Battle, Earthbred. Right, if we focus on some of the crappier ones, we're talking Earthbred. If you don't have a respectable lead still, then this could still work out. Super Saiyan 3, of course. Turtle School, Movie Heroes, specifically to build around, fantastic. Mastered Evolution, yeah, could be good. Accelerated Battle, it could be really good. We check out the Super Saiyan 3 category. He is no doubt king of it all. I mean, honestly, you could toss up between this guy. Like when this guy came out, no doubt he's a powerhouse, but this guy just totally crushes. I've yet to do videos on this. In fact, I've yet to do videos on a lot, but like this guy opens up with a crit, exponentially gets stronger. I've seen defense markers going up to like 800,000 for him, and he isn't even finished. And again, his crits are like, you're talking 11 to 15 million, depending on how many dupes you've got. And he's an absolute freak. This guy, though, he is by far going to be the most powerful unit. He constantly stacks attack. He's not going to be too shabby on his defense. Arguably, this guy could potentially be better on defense. Potentially. Could be a good side by side. But there's no doubt that he, and alongside this one, is going to be king. And do you know what? If you have these three, prepare to have an incredible difficult amount of time running them side by side because they're all the same name. But prepare to have a lot of fun, right? You prop him up with this guy, you prop him up with even Bardock could make use. There's a few other Super Saiyan, like even this guy. There's a few other Super Saiyan 3s you could legitimately run. What I'm seeing from this is, well, they're like king in terms of attack. Defensively, we're struggling. Yeah, he's got his easy A we've yet to see. He's fine. He's okay. He's definitely okay. Like he can seal, but like he can be fine, depending on super attacks, etc. Like when he's fully built up, there are some decent ones, but defensively, he's probably going to be the best. Really, maybe him, but Super Saiyan 3, boy, what a buff we've had. Like these three are just insane. And movie heroes, well, again, it's you'll find that you'll have a lot of setup. There are decent people you can actually work well with in terms of links. It's not the only Super Saiyan 3 on here, so whether you have this guy, or this guy, I mean, chances are you do. It's going to work. All three are totally usable, and you'll be able to get quite a lot of links with them because Super Saiyan 3 won't hold them down. Specifically, we check out his teams. While, yes, you see Turtle School, Accelerated Battle, and Super Saiyan 3, you can also get some. Let's see. Some Goku family in here. Final Trump. I see Final Trump. We're talking 4 links with Vegito Blue and Super Tech, and he's a Super Tech lead. We're talking 4 links with this guy for Final Trump. Could be pretty good. A good prop. 4 links here. Yeah, pretty good. A good prop. Support. What is he, like 50% support for Goku family? Could be pretty good. I noticed that his best one's this guy, which might just be the best case scenario, especially when he hits this form. However, arguably he's not, because he's only in this form once, and it's not all that easy to actually marry up that they're going to be on the same rotation when this happens, and you're not always going to be able to have that rotation the way you want. Let's have a look. And then, of course, Goku, apparently, it's because we got over in a flash, is really going for himself. There are some decent units here that could help out. Specifically, it's going to be like Earthbred Fighters, Final Trump, Turtle School, because it's either like other Gokus or it's going to be Final Trump. So that could be good. So he is going to have a place, there's no doubt. So that's all well and good. And even some of the others that he's not going to work well with as much in terms of links or teams, he's still going to be able to trigger like Super Saiyan, Shattering the Limit, legendary power, Kamehameha. Those are going to be fairly easy ones to get. So that's good. You factor in movie heroes does have like 200%. Final Trump has 200%. Accelerated battle, power beyond, like all these. I mean, he's gonna be one of the most impressive units you've ever seen, and he's not gonna. It's not as if he's going to be terrible. The good news about this guy is he starts off life as a Super Saiyan, as just Goku, right? That's just his name, and because it's base form Goku, he is extremely farmable. There is an extraordinary amount of free to play units. So if you do summon, yeah, you're not going to have a world of difficulty trying to get these. I mean, this one you won't get because it's from a certain login. This one, that's from Tournament of Power. What is it? It's yeah, one of the story events from Tournament of Power. That's that one, and then you see from the story event, from a Planet Namek Saga event, that story. This is from items, I believe. You do it, go to the barber shop, trade them out. There's a Broly story event, right? When the Broly movie came out. Let's see. Yeah, this one from a GT. Not this one. This one. While it says free to play, it's World Tournament. That's not the case. Yeah, this one. This one's got Goku, so I wouldn't try. This one from the Cell Saga story event. So again, very easily doable. So yeah, you could quite easily. This is Yardrat Goku, and you don't even have to awaken this from the Cell Saga story events. It's like a specific one. Only a couple of stages, but it does have this unit in it. So that's good. That's good. But yeah, so lots of potential here to get max EZA. It's going to be fun to do the links. There'll be a point where you will stop because all you're getting is attack. You can get the stuff of like that. I mean, that's 3 key period, and that's 2 key period. So it's not as if you need to get level 10 to get the max. It's still going to be 2 key. It's just the amount of defense you get and attack. But there's a point where you stop because it's just attack. But it would benefit to do a little bit. So if you have more than 55% going to 69, you have 21,000 attack, 12,500 defense, 18,000 health, and should you have him at 100% or 90%, I think my guy's rocking around 90%, but you're looking at over 13,000 defense, 22,000 attack, one of the most highest going, which is insane, right? Considering what we've just read. So yes. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Brilliant video. His EZA will net you 30 stones. I'll touch back in with how to actually do this guy's missions, right? I presume Movie Hero. It'll be LR Power and Movie Hero or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Thank you and bye-bye.